It's romantic. Hi everybody, it's Michael Buckley and this is my very good friend Olga K, and I apologize for the light, but the sun is setting on beautiful Orlando!
Woo!
So Olga, we've known each other since 2007. There was a video of us at Playlist in 2003 with Chester C, and we were just sitting, drinking and carrying on and having whatever time. Tell everybody home about Mooshwalks.
Mooshwalks, the line of socks with ears and faces and personalities, mooshwalks.com. They're a huge hit among teenagers.
For those of you who don't speak Russian, she just said Mooshwalks are a line of socks with faces, ears, and personalities that Olga designed, and it really is your passion, your first love, your everything.
Yes.
You were a YouTuber for years, but being a businesswoman is really what you're really into these days.
It really gives me a hard on, as they say.
It gives her a hard on.
Yeah.
So in this channel, I'm talking about challenges and struggles, and you've overcome a lot. I mean, I don't want to like dig into you, but you know, some people, when I ask what have you ever, they're like, oh, not much, but so I'm asking people, like, what have been some of your biggest challenges and obstacles in life, and how have you overcome them?
All right, so I have to start with, since you mentioned Mooshwalks, so 2.5 years ago, I was making 23 videos a week. And
I remember.
Yes, so I was making that many videos, and I was so ambitious. So I have 4 YouTube channels, I was burnt out, I was making too many videos, I would look at my computer, and I had the allergic reaction, and I couldn't sit down and edit anymore, and I started thinking back, like, I started this channel because I had so much passion and creativity that I want to share with people, and now I can't look at it. So I forced myself.
It's a horrible feeling.
It's a terrible feeling, and so I forced myself to take a break. If you take a break on YouTube, it's very deadly. Like, your channel could be gone overnight. And I took a break, and I started feeling so good. I started having ideas again, and I was excited, but I still couldn't like make videos yet. So I read this book called
But Now I'm thinking, what the hell? All I want is to mess around. And my phone never rings, and that's why like my ringer is never on.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That was so great. I love it.
But anyway,
and it broke the little
you were saying.
So I was saying, so I started reading this book.
What is the book?
The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. I to say this story to everyone. So he wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. I read it, and I remember reading the first chapter, and it says, if you're not successful, if you're not happy with what you're doing, it's your fault. And here's why.
I believe that. I totally believe that.
Right?
Totally believe that.
And I read that, and I remember feeling so good. I'm like, well, I'm not ready to go back to the YouTube or anything. I read it 4 times. It rewired my brain, and it really forced me to wake up every morning and asking, what is that make me happy? How do I overcome whatever is happening right now with me? And at that time, I woke up one day and I'm like, I want to make socks. I know nothing about socks. I'm gonna make my socks with ears. I don't know where that idea came from. And
but it hit you.
It hit me like right away.
And when was this? What morning was this?
So that was like some mid 2014.
And how long had you been off of YouTube? A little bit then? Had you
like I was still
tiptoeing back in?
Yeah, and I was still making videos, but they were so like, if you watch those videos from those years, they were like, you can see that I hate what I'm doing, and it's like terrible, and I disconnected from my audience. And then I spent all this time like talking to everyone, trying to figure out how to start building my business. And then as I was doing that, I was slowly getting back in, and it was the hardest part because I disconnected from my audience, and then I was teaching myself how to talk to camera again. It reminded me of the time in 2006 when I first started and didn't know how to connect with the camera. So I feel like as of 6 or 8 months ago, I'm finally back into it, and I'm falling in love with the camera all over again. Yeah.
But that is something that all YouTubers face, and I think any life, any job, anything you're saying is, whatever job you're doing, you get burned out. You love it so much, and then there's that depression that comes because, oh, I got burned out of doing something I love. There's something wrong with me, you know, or how I'm biting the horse that feeds me, or I'm taking for granted I have a great opportunity to this platform, and but no one is immune. Whether you're a YouTuber or you work at the mall or you're a CEO of finance, you're not immune to burnout because it doesn't matter what you're doing. In 23 videos. there's no.
What was wrong with me? I mean, I have no idea.
You know, and I feel the same way. And there's times when I look back at certain times in my life, and I just see this sadness in my eyes, and I see this look of like, oh, I'm just doing this for the sake of doing it, and I can just see it, and it's horrible. And I not horrible. Now it's fine because I'm in a better place, and I'm loving making videos, and that's why I like making these videos, because I would rather, like, especially coming to playlists, like I wanted to make collaborations with friends and talk about real things. I didn't want to be like, what's in my purse and what's in my mouth, and Olga K.
I want to know what's in your mouth.
Olga K does my makeup, and I mean, I get it, and that's part of YouTube, but I'm just not there. Like, that's not my interest. You know, my interest is in real stories and real, you know, like how, like, you were at a low point and how did you get to a better point. So, I mean, this is, you read a book. Like, this book really, you know, and you read it four times.
4 times, and actually, in total now, I've read it 7 times.
Yeah.
And I have it
I need to get this book. Please. Because listening to it, too. I listen to that book, You Are a Badass, and reading it is fine, but listening to it is like 4 hours of free life coaching, therapy, everything. You're hearing someone say it, and you're like, oh, I know these principles, but hearing someone says it, like even hearing you say it, it's like, oh, it makes me want to get out of my funk, get out of my whatever, because it's like, we all get in funks.
Yep.
But
and once you're in the funk, like what happens with your brain, you're in the funk, you sit there and you dwell over it, and you're trying to figure it out.
And don't you get comfortable in a funk too? That's the that's the thing. For months, I was like laying on the couch and I was drinking and watching TV, and I'm like, well, maybe it suits me to be in a funk. And then it's like, but it doesn't suit me to be a funk. I want to be productive and successful and ambitious and motivated, and you know, so it's tough.
It's very tough. So that's why I force myself to get out of the house now. Yeah. Even if I have a lot of work, I just shut everything down and I just go outside and talk to people that are not in my industry, and I come home and I just have this new energy. I feel that,
because being a self-employed person who works from home, it's a different, you don't go to college for that, you don't learn how to do, it's like a whole different skill set, and it's easy to get burned out, and it's easy to feel very isolated. Like here I am at home with no one around me, so it's like, let's just go to Starbucks and write, or go here and see around other people, or talk to people in different career paths. Because I think also in the YouTube world, we all talk to each other, and then I don't want to say you get bitter or jealous, or you're like, oh, I was on a panel. I was on a panel last year, and they said, what are you working on? And this person has a book deal, this one has a movie, this one has whatever, and they said, what are you working on? I said, well, I just redecorated my dining room. I said, you know, I was recently divorced.
Which is so awesome.
You know, my dog just died. I just got divorced. This is the best I can do. I'm sorry that I don't have anything more to give you right now. But now, like literally in the last like 2 months is where, and that's why I was so anxious to come to Playlist and like, you know, make videos and like connect and be inspired by you and my friends, you know.
And I also say this, so I had a couple of different careers. I was in a circus.
Yes, juggler. That's how I knew Olga back in the day. Oh, that girl who juggles.
Yes, and I modeled.
She was in my Pull Shapes video. If anybody's been watching since 2008, I did and people, they always say it's my favorite video. I had like 200 people in it, and there was Olga kicking.
Yep, I had to like do something crazy, and Michael was the first person who gave me, you were the first person who said yes to a collaboration, and I was like, yes.
Thank you.
YouTube star said yes to my collaboration, and
So I'm editing my video with Olga, and it got cut off, and so here I am. I'm in bed, and I love you, Olga, and I'm sorry I got cut off. We were having such a great conversation. A lot of my playlist footage has gotten lost. I did a great one of these with Tazon Day, and Adam, please, can we film again when I see you again, because it was so wonderful. Update, I am now making fun videos like what's in my purse, because I want to be a YouTuber, and part of being a YouTuber is making silly videos, so it's funny that I'm watching this back, and I'm like, oh, well that chip and that burden and that annoyance off my shoulder is gone, because I just want to make fun videos, and that's what I'm doing. In addition to these videos, which these are, you know, my favorites, and also, thank you, Olga, for the book recommendation, because it has become such an important book in my life, and I love it so much. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed The Struggles is Reals. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you're enjoying these videos. I'm sure loving them so much. And there's new videos on Buck Hollywood, lots of fun, silly little videos, and also What the Buck Shows, and Love Buck Over Here advice, personal vlogs, and The Struggles is Real. So I'm just like really enjoying Buck 2.0, and it's kind of fun just to be in bed and editing these videos and being like, getting it done. And like we said in this video, there's no one to blame for your failures or anything but yourself. And now I'm focused on my successes and making successes for myself. So thank you, Olga, for the inspiration, and thank you, Jack, for this amazing book, and thank you at home for watching, and I will see you next time. Mwah! I was sitting here like, this is fine. This is leisurely. I got this. Oh,